Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Sal Plays Kotor. Let's get to the Rift Station. Hopefully find ourselves the final star map. Oh, where's that tapping coming from? Oh, it is actually coming from the base. I do like the design of that underwater craft. Actually, it's a lot better for well. No, there's two. Is that a different design? Which that's probably got more carrying capacity because all the mercenaries that are supposedly have come before us. Have a quick. That's not good. That is not good at all. Something nasty happened here. These look like they've been mauled to death. Oh, I was hoping that would have a... Oh wow, the ceiling collapsed. Why was this place not flooded then? I imagine it's just that support. So eventually that ceiling is going to crack with the pressure from being this far underwater. Well, this station's going to need repairs or it's boned. One of the two.
How did you get in? Did they send another submersible? Quick, we have to get out of here. We have to get away.
Oh, it's Neelix again.
No! No, we have no time. We have to leave now. I managed to close the door after they killed everyone else, but I don't know how long it will hold.
I'm glad that voice actor got more words. He's a damn fine actor.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen any map, just stinking, raking death. The cell cath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. Someone must have triggered the defense systems too, because all the droids activated as well. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bots, and the cell cath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries. They swarmed out and over us. There was no way we could stop them. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the door behind us, but the others had already left in the submersible. The sharks. The Ferox are out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the cell cath. Back to the surface, yes. No! There's something out there. It got the other submersible.
Well, then how are we supposed to get you out of here?
We can't leave until you do something. Blow up the entire station, maybe. That might distract whatever it is long enough. But all the machinery and stuff is in the southern half, and that's been flooded. There might still be environmental suits around, but the cell cath might have laid their eggs in it. No! I locked the door so the cell cath won't get in. If you open it, we're all done for. If you go in there, you're dead. If you want to die, then go. You won't hear me mourning for you. I'll stay here and be safe until some sort of real rescue comes.
Well, whatever. I'm going to solve the problem one way or the other anyway. Oh, antidote kits. Well, that's redundant for me now. I can sell those for credits. Yeah, they locked the door on them, didn't they? Ooh, thermal debt. You know what? If they're carrying around thermal detonators, I am not surprised this station is as badly damaged as it is. Oh, Republic soldiers as well. What's that going to be? Security panel. Alright, let's see if there's any droids. Oh, that's a bit of rust, isn't it? Alright, let's see what we can do. See if we can drain anything. Sorry, Selkev. That was horrible. I don't really want to have to do that again if I can help it. But no, I'll try reasoning with them. That I'll do, however. And I can take care of each other, the droids can. Looks like there's only one environmental suit left. Yes, let's overload the console and blow myself up. Okay. Well, I didn't get any dark side points, so there's that. And I'm probably going to have to deal with a bunch of screaming Selkath. Nope, a patrol droid. We'll come back to that in a second. Oop, mines.
Deadly toxins.
Why'd you walk over it then? Alright, let's get you healed. Actually, fun fact about Jolie is he can fabricate life support packages, so I won't need any more in future. Right, we'll leave that to murder hobo its way through the Selkath. Oh, there's a pressure door outside the station. Cool. This is why we're going to need a vac suit. And apparently I missed the lock. Did I bring a security specialist? The answer? No. No, I didn't. Nope. Wait, me. Calf can do it.
On it. Damn.
No, apparently no one's getting through that door, not even the security droid. Right, let's use the lightsabers for this, because it'll be the easiest option. Alright. That might take us some time. There we go. The droid waits patiently to go through there. Right, while he's busy dealing with whatever's down that corridor, let's check this one. It's going to be locked as well, isn't it? Nope. Nope. Oh, and Selkath. Murderous Selkath. I imagine they've had droid enhancements, well, cybernetics to for certain reasons. I imagine one of them being the fact that they can communicate and survive underwater a bit better, even though they are aquatic. Dark Jedi with a Jedi Master's robes. Interesting. Yeah. Nah, we're assault droids. You've got a lot of explosions on it. No, he's alright. They've got a lot of explosions on this station for, you know, something that's under so much water.
Didn't work.
Yeah, that's because I've not put more points into explosions. Ooh. Bomb emitter. Sonic emitter even. Scientist nuts. Ah! That will come in handy. That will be useful for dealing with the fractions sharks, if I recall. Basically, it emits a sonic pulse, and it basically dissuades the sharks from coming near.
How'd you like that? How'd you like that?
No,
How'd you like that?
that just took out my security
How'd you like
drone.
that?
Right, back up, guys. Back up. Iron grenades. Right, Jolie. Run. Come on, we've got like 17 of them. We don't need any more. You just use grenades galore.
Yes?
That's what happens when you use.
Let's go!
There we go. Easy way to deal with droids. More explosions. I'm getting a bad feeling about this space station. Space station? Sorry, this station. I'll pack in a lot of grenades. Ah yes, the clone mod is still in effect, so this would be one time where I actually do get clone stuff again.
Take this.
And again. Ooh, hello. Well, that'll make some good things to sell. So we've got some more credits. To be fair, I did enjoy the design of the Republic armor in this era. Although you could see how it would change over the next 300 years.
Fishy, come and eat me too. You can't get me, little fishy. Nothing here. I'm safe behind my walls. Investigate? You're just like the others. Fodder for the cell calf. Walking fish snacks. Trump, trump, trump. If you can run, you might be fast food. It started killing me. I locked myself in here. I'm safe in here. Nothing can happen in here. No fishy food for me.
Oh dear.
No. That's what the others said. Mercenaries like you. But that day, still have eaten them. Lunchy munchy. Only the ones left in the south part of the base might still be alive, or where the Kotor is. Few fishies there, but many fishies in between the water. No.
Yep, he ain't
Only the
coming
ones
out.
left.
He's very strong-minded and he's gone nuts.
Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishies, though, they just got hungry. Bye-bye. Go look for fishy people. They'll chomp and bite and chomp and bite. Food for fishy. That's you.
Poor bloke, he's completely lost his marbles. There is an environmental suit there. We'll take that, because we'll need it. Oh, and some parts. Excellent. That's one I've already looked in. Alright. Let's see what we can find, shall we? Oh wow, it's dark as balls down here. This is the southern part of the base. We'll need to go up to the other bit, I believe, to find the pure.
Who's there? You're not Cellcast, I can see that much. Are you... I'm a merc the Republic hired a couple days ago to investigate. But all we found was a bunch of insane Cellcast killing all my companions are dead. The Cellcast swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong, somehow. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy Cellcasts. There's no way. I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the Kolto harvester they built on the edge of the... It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed Cellcasts.
Okay.
I'm not spending another minute in this. I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. Going through them, we should probably stick together. But I won't wait around in here with the...
No, that's fine, but you know, do you want one of these emitters to deal with the Phyraxan sharks, or... Well, I don't actually have my lightsabers underwater, because they'd be practically useless. But I'm still going to have a look, because I haven't done that before. Where's that one go to? Yeah, they both go to the same bit. Well, this is slow going. This is something they do actually fix in the second game, I might add. Right guys, I will skip past anything unless I find anything useful or interesting. Huh. More explosives. Who'd have thought? Right, let's chase after that guy now and see where we get to. And it looks like a hole in the vicinity. That does. Oh, hello. I just see supplies. No. Right, now that I've got this sonic emitter, that usually. Hello, Sharkies.
Come on, hurry up. Don't just stand there. We have
have to keep moving. The water is filled with... Ow! Ah!
Sharks. Ah. There he is, yeah. Come on, Sharky. Come on. All right into my sonic emitter. That was a bit anticlimactic, wasn't it? And there's two of you. Can I get two with one button? Oh wow, it kills them. Or does it just stun them? Either way, it's going to net me 40 XP either time. Yeah, I will skip, guys, because I know how boring this is going to get. Good, Sharky. Good. Alright, let's have a look, see what this airlock leads me to. I'm assuming it's just this one map down here. Ah, I am on cultural control. Yes, this is a bit further on. Right. Big up. Ah, that explains why last time I had the problem with that, because I accidentally clicked that one. Hovering over each. Right, we'll get to them in a minute. Let's deal with all the crazed Sal first. Yeah, they might be insane, but they've still got the wherewithal to use med packs. Wow, they had a lot of grenades on them. Right. Anything else in here that we'll talk to the two Italian scientists?
No, you can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxa and the Cellcath in. No, stay out! I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
Kill them! Kill them! 60 seconds to complete depressurization.
Ah, damn it. Right, haven't I got a gas mask for this?
Seconds to complete depressurization.
No.
No!
I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me.
You tried
I
to
just
murder
panicked
me.
when I heard someone outside the door.
We're both just scared.
When the Cellcath went crazy,
The Frax and Sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
the next thing we knew, our Cellcath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team, Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left. We heard the Cellcath outside the doors every once in a while, and
We thought everyone was dead. Dead or in... I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say. I truly apologize for the horrible
I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Harakard Rift project. We had a secret agreement with the moderates in the Cellcath government. They knew that Manan could not survive independently if the Sith were victorious.
Those thugs would wipe out the whole damn planet just to get at the Kolto.
So the Republic approached them about making this secret installation to harvest more Kolto, but the Sith couldn't see us. And all that went horribly...
We don't know. Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift near the vent. Then there was this rumbling and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Firaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then all the Cellcaths started screaming too. And they turned on us. It was like they couldn't control themselves. Like the sound that the monster was making in our heads.
Well, maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift.
It could have been. It might have a lair in the Harakard Rift near the Kolto vent. That might explain a few things too. Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the Kolto. It would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. With Kolto as a food source.
And all those other Firaxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother. That would be suicide! It's out there still!
Out there, waiting for us.
The Firaxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but they still got some...
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them, but we never got it working right.
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do. The repellent we made was supposed to drive Firaxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development. The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them.
Yeah, we're not doing
rupturing
that.
their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station.
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the Kolto.
We know
Which you
exactly
don't
what
want
it'll do.
it
It'll
to
kill
do.
the shark. You can take this canister of toxin. We were working on it just before the giant shark drove all the cell... All you need to do is insert it into the main Kolto harvester. Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much worse it'll affect the giant Firaxan shark.
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair in... You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel, so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture and the entire machine will destroy... The hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million Sangin, a liquid at about 4 million Sangin, and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, it's very explosive. If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction.
But we'll lose everything we've built here.
It's better than whatever you...
No, we're not gonna do what you want.
You know,
I just hope...
Yeah, no, you're gonna both try and convince me again. Right, let's go and have a quick look, shall we? assuming it's this one over here. Oh, that's, we've already looked in there. Another environmental suit. Interesting. Yeah, big in airlock sequence. Oh well. So is this back out where I was? It is. Huh. Okay. Machine's a bit further down then. So it's a straight line from here, guys. Hopefully no sharky boys will try and get me. I'm watching you. Alright, I'll skip through a bit further along the path. Hello, sharkies. Come and eat me, sharky. Yum 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 yum. Come and eat me, sharky. Oh no, sonic emitter. Imagine that will probably take me. You're a sneaky one. Not a sneaky one. Right, well now I actually get to see what being Revan actually does. Ooh, those volcanic vents. They are. We'll get to see what effect being Revan has on this bit. Before we go any further, I am going to save. Because I want to see if the fact that it's been revealed that you're Revan actually changes this story. Because normally you could just... That may have messed me up a little bit. Because, you know, normally you go over here, the shark is guarding the ruin. Yeah. There it is. And normally, if you just approach it, it'll eat you. But I'm Revan. And seeing as being Revan has had an effect on everything that you do, I wonder if it'll change this outcome. Nope. It'll eat me. Okay, well, there is no, there's no getting around blowing this Kotor refinery up. Although it would help the Republic, it does have some side effects if you do. Warning, container pull unstable, yes. Boom! That took a bit of time because I'd forgotten how to do that. And I didn't really do anything other than moving the bit away from there. Okay. Yep, what's that? Yep. Oh, it's pulled it off. Alright. Excellent. And I'm guessing that's the star map over there. Should be good to get so we can get off this planet. Yep. Are you glitching out? No, good. There we go. There is the location of either the Starforge or another planetoid. Right, send that to the Republic fleet and sit back and watch the fireworks, yes? Yes? No. Unfortunately, that will not be the case. Right. I wonder if the Firaxin will come after me. It's like, you've been here before, Revan. Why are you back? Right, guys, I will skip back until we get back into the facility to avoid any unnecessary extension to the episode. Oh, hi, guys. Thank you for meeting me here. Yeah, I do suppose that if we tried to go back that way in the beginning, it would have been locked. Oh, and all of this without any intervention from the Sith. Makes a nice change. He says. Ah, cool, yeah, this is if you do this one, this is where Darth Brandon, whatever his name is, comes to try and get you. And apparently they didn't program any dialogue for that mercenary to survive, so let's get out of here. I bet you I'm going to get arrested again. Oh. No, but the Republic Embassy is waiting for me.
You've returned. I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what it... Something was down there? Living in the rift by the Kolto? That's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors? Well, that's good to know. Good to know indeed. But what has happened to the facility? Was it damaged? No, that is terrible. That will set our work back years. It may even cost us the war. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, the cost may have ended up being much too high. But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. And for that I thank you. Oh, and did you end up finding your star map?
Yes, actually.
As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together.
Right, time to go and get arrested. Because I bet you the Selkath aren't too pleased. And that door is closed. Yep. Yeah, they wouldn't know it was me. Yeah, there's no point causing a bigger diplomatic incident. Just waves it off to the side. Don't know, we don't need this on the record. Oh dear. The visions in the Selkath government. Ooh. So they are evolved from sharks. That would explain why it drove them mad. So they're essentially their predators, originally. You might as well tell me now. I'm gonna get barred from the planet, aren't I? Oh, okay. It's just straight up. You're free to go. Cool. Right, well, we're done on Manan. Let's see if there's anything in the tavern quickly, and then we'll get off the planet and go and take care of any side quests. Like, for example, we're going to take Calf to Korriban, see what happens then.
Hey, you hear the news? It seems the Sith picked out a... Yeah, all... So...
Because I remember there was somebody who said...
all of a sudden, the Republic isn't hiring...
There was somebody here I could talk to about something, wasn't there?
We might have a position within the...
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about...
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win the war, would you rather be...
You make a good point.
Excellent.
Yet the Sith do not know why they are hiring us. Yeah. Okay, never mind. There's nobody... unless... No, never mind. Remember somebody saying, oh, go to Minan. That's fine. Well, we need to go to Korriban anyway, because there is a Rhodian there who, basically turned around and said, oh yeah, go if you want some commodities of certain goods. We're back in the call. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Catch me next time where we take care of some side quests before we head to the Starforge and enter the final phase of the game. Anyway, that being said, take care, have a good day, and I'll catch you next time.